Okay. Look both ways and here we go. So when I was really hauling it, 400 was a good braking zone, but we're just on our warm-up lap. So I just downshift, and then I'm looking all the way over there actually. I'm looking at the next turn. I'm not looking at the turn that we're in because I'm setting up where I want to point the car.
Gotcha.
And putting it there. If you stare only in front of you to try and like get to this curbing at the apex,
you won't get it.
You're not looking at where you need to exit and you're leaving a lot behind.
Right.
So I'm looking over this hill, and generally these curbs are your apex marks, and these curbs are your runoff marks. Run out.
Are you supposed to run over those?
Yes.
Why is that?
It's extra racetrack. Now those you can hit in a really aggressively set up car. But if you think of those curving markers, that's 2 feet extra wider racetrack you're not using if you don't run them over.
So like here, you're looking all the way like up there?
I'm looking at over there, yep. Now I'm looking at that flag stand way on the back stretch. We're gonna stick with this car. This will be about the speeds that you will be doing in HPD as well.
Oh!
And that's why you look ahead and not at the corner.
I didn't even see what happened, did you? I just saw the smoke and then the spin.
Yeah, I think she just over-rotated.
So we're here at Mid-Ohio, and today's kind of just test and tune. We went around the track a couple times, shake down the car, see how it feels, what it can handle. It's been an experience so far. Riding with Chris is very intimidating, as well as riding in the passenger seat doesn't feel the best, at least not for me. But we're getting there. It's getting better, hopefully. Today's test and tune, just kind of feeling it out. Tomorrow will be HPDE class work as well as like going on the course. So we're gonna start at low speeds for sure and then kind of see where we're at. I don't know exactly how the program works. I'm kind of learning as I go, doing what they tell me to do and going along with it. It's usually how it kind of goes. So, but yeah, on the track, class work, on the track, class work tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm not really sure what happens Sunday. I'm a little nauseous, not gonna lie. Had to pee really bad.
How's that feel?
I have to pee really bad, but it feels good.
And as soon as I went over there, came out a little more. I don't know how much of that you want to hear, but it did come out. I mean, it's my first time. I didn't know what to expect. I'd like to be able to handle it, so going forward, hopefully it gets better. I don't want to feel this way, that's for sure.
Dream.
So we finished day 1 at the track here of our test and tune day, shaking it down. Everything went according to plan. We're just gonna check the oil, we're gonna check the tires, check the brakes, just make sure everything's set to go for tomorrow, and hopefully keep on trucking. So let's go ahead and check the oil out.
Hot. You want to check it while it's super hot?
Yeah, it's all right. A little hot. Go ahead, give me a wipe down there.
Yeah.
It is a little hot up top.
Yeah, just a bit. Not like you were going very fast.
But we got that extra oil capacity with that iBed oil pan, and we're not even burning anything. That's good. That means that we shouldn't be having much blow by in here.
see anything on that?
Yeah, it'll stick to it just like it will on your regular drain plug. So we had just a little drop, and that's a huge, 1 liter container, so we should be good there.
It's kind of smoking a little bit.
So it grabs vapor as everything combusts in the crankcase. It comes up and out the top into here, and then the vapor collects in the canister and keeps all that like half burnt oil from going back in the motor. Okay. And then it sucks it back into the intake charge and burns it up a second time.
Gotcha. How are the tires?
The tires have been wearing pretty well. This is actually a really good tech tip moment. I'm glad you asked. So these triangles on the outer edge of the tire are your last ounce of usable tread or last millimeter of usable tread. You see how we're rolling over right to the tip of the triangle?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want, especially for our like tracked oriented tires.
Right.
And each tire will be a little different. So these Falcons have been wearing just fine. We're not getting any excessive pitting or anything. Sometimes with a heavy car like this, you'll start to take chunks out of the crown of the tire. But everything's wearing really well. We're right to the wear bar, so
perfect.
Yeah, call it good. All right, how much brake pad do you think we have? You remember putting them on?
I don't know, half an inch?
We have, I'm gonna call that just over half an inch still.
Okay, so then it was over half an inch.
Yeah, so they're wearing really well. And I mean, we were not easy on them at all. We'll check the torque on the lug nuts, see how our ECS stud kit is holding up. Yeah, no movement.
Yeah, when I checked them earlier, they were fine too.
So I think we're pretty good. Cool. We'll put fuel in it for tomorrow and whip her around again.
Sounds good. So we are in tech right now. My instructor's gonna come over, check out the car, kind of get a feel for what he's working with, and then probably get started for the day.
How you feeling about today?
A lot better. I'm excited to be behind the wheel this time instead of in the passenger seat, so I think it'll go a lot better.
How do you feel about the performance of the car?
I think it handles really well. The brakes did phenomenal yesterday. I think it's all set up really well for the high-speed turns and slowing down very quickly. We're gonna do different, I guess, exercises, activities, if you want to call them that. And then after we do those, we'll go into the classroom and probably talk about, how to handle it better, what we could have done better, where to go from there, and then do another session and then do the same thing.
And you have no racing experience whatsoever, so this is all brand new to you?
Yeah, not on the track. I mean, go-karts don't count, I guess, but that's as close as I get.
My background is in teaching, so I really love folks that have never been on the track before. And I mean, the number one thing is like just reducing anxiety, and because you're out here for fun, and you don't have to win any races. Like there's no trophies.
Yeah.
The first thing is learning the school line or the race line. The second is practicing early and late apexes. So then you start to understand like A, what an apex is, and B, what it feels like to go into early or to go into late. Another one is just a general offline. So the race line is the fastest way around the track. Offline is, especially here, if it ever rains, you gotta drive on a very, very different line than that fast line. What else? Introduction into braking. So there's 3 main types of braking: rush braking, threshold braking, and medium braking. So we'll cover that. What else? Throttle input is huge. A lot of people don't understand like how to nicely, smoothly apply throttle. And brake's kind of the opposite. You want to get on that brake hard and then nice gentle ease off. She'll learn, we'll talk about different hand signals.
Here we go.
So again, nice and easy. This first round is just getting comfortable.
So what do you usually keep it in? Second or third or?
Probably third.
Okay.
For this round.
Do I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just stay left. This is called the blend line, so stay left.
Okay.
Left. All right. Yeah. All right, so you don't even need to give it a brake.
Yeah.
Going uphill. So just go straight. Here you're gonna stay tight and then kind of track mid-track. Here the thing is like hold the wheel and be patient.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and turn a little bit more. You're aiming for the last 3 of those kind of candy canes.
Okay.
And when you're going at speed, you're gonna track all the way out to this left side of the track. All the way to here, yeah. Good. So this is called madness. Stay kind of tight. The thing about this is the elevation change. You're gonna track more kind of mid-track there.
And then should have
Stay
gone.
left. Yep. And then here, you're gonna stay all the way to left, all the way left, all the way left. And then a nice straight kind of smooth line. Go straight. Kind of towards that porta-john. All right. And then turn in. Good. And again, track out. All the way out here to the yellows. Stay out. Nice and smooth.
Okay.
And then pull it in. You're going to want to get this mirror. You'll hear it when you're real close to that. Then pull back over. Yep. Pull tighter. Good. You're going to track out. There's a little bit of dirt right there.
Yeah.
When you're going fast, you're going to hit that dirt.
Okay.
Or real close to it. This is kind of mid-track. Good. And then get a little tighter. Okay. All right, good. Straighten out. And again, track out to the yellow. Perfect. Good.
So first time on the track, how'd it go?
It was a lot of fun. I have a lot to learn for sure. Brian is a super great teacher though, very patient, knows a lot. So I think I'm gonna learn a lot from him. I did a lot of, anticipating and going into the apexes before I should have, but I think that's something, that's gonna come with time, as well as holding things out and then cutting in faster, because I'm just like, oh, here it comes, I'm gonna turn, and that's not really what I'm supposed to be doing. But like I said, and he said, it's gonna come with time and just, learning the course every time we go out, so.
No sickness?
No, none at all, but I also wasn't going that fast. But it does help being in control.
Are you get car sick?
No, not at all. I also wasn't going very fast, so
How did it feel?
really good.
Are your nerves a little softened from what we were doing before?
Wait, what's your question?
Like, are you a little more like settled and feeling
Oh
okay
yeah,
about it?
yeah. Brian was pretty chill, so
Yeah.
it was good. The only part I need to work on is after the straightaway, the backside.
That big, fast right-hander.
Yeah. What do they call those ones?
Madness over
Yeah.
the crest there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to work on this for sure. I mean, but it's my first time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited.
So you feel like you had a good idea of the track map and everything from the videos and the ride-alongs yesterday?
Yeah, it's definitely different when you drive it though. It's like, okay, I know what they told me, but now I have to actually do it, and putting it to the car is
Yeah.
a lot different than just,
Yeah.
here, do this.
Go over there. Go over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta learn the track line a lot better.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm excited that you got out there. I'm excited you got to
too.
drive.
It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, enjoy the classroom.
Thanks.
And losing control of your car is cool, dude. It's not cool here. This is about education. You're supposed to be learning, not tuning it up.
Left, good. Stay tight left. What are you watching for now?
The porta-john.
Yep, good. All right, use all that track. Get in the yellow. Good. All right, turn in. Nice. You hear those tires feel?
Yes.
All right, track out. Nice track out. Nice track out. When you get on those yellows, it's gonna go zzz. Listen for that sound next time. I want to hear that sound. Good. That looked much better. Much better. That was smooth.
Thank you.
Track out. See that dirt right there? I want you to put your wheels on that dirt.
Okay. Do we have a flag?
I think you were just going slow. Nope, you're good. Still green. Where's that GTI?
All the way up there.
Yeah, keep watching them. Keep watching them. Down track.
This one we did point by drills in the first run, so we had the yellow flag, so we weren't actually passing, but we just stick your hand up, pass to point someone to pass by or go this way. Just kind of working on that for the first one, and then the rest of them were just, you know, just keep progressing.
Yeah. I feel you can definitely tell you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
I was telling her with 8 sessions, like every one's gonna feel a lot different.
Yeah, for sure. I can already tell.
Where's working? Where's?
I'm starting to feel more comfortable on this, but still just like looking ahead to see. But then also this one was kind of throwing me off.
Yep. So again, like what I was saying about watching for those tires, like looking all that way over.
Yeah.
As you enter here, the more you're looking that far over, you're gonna be better prepared. And the car, when you set the wheel, a lot of times you don't have to do too much of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's more throttle input,
Right.
because that'll turn the car for you. You might have to wind in a little bit, and then once you hit that apex and you're back on the gas, the car is going to start pushing. As the car pushes, you'll unwind it again.
Yeah, it just kind of naturally comes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you'll feel as you apply, you put on the gas, the car will push you out of the turn and just nice and smooth.
There was one point, I forget where we were at, but it like wanted to go, and I wanted to control it, but I was like, oh man, you should just kind of
just
go
let
with it. Yeah. Cool.
And those, like the yellow, like
Staying out.
staying out. The faster you go as you pick up speed, it'll push you to that part of the track. You won't have to drive there.
Right.
It'll just push you there.
That's what I was noticing on that back one before the carousel. Is like I was really having to steer it over to track out instead of like it just kind of going that way.
More speed.
Right. Okay. That FRS was in
That
front
will
of
come.
us.
That will come. That will come.
Cool.
And how are the point buys? Comfortable?
Yeah, I think so. I just have to keep like it in the back of my head, like, hey, you gotta watch for that instead of just not just be, oh, here, do the point by now. You actually have to know when to do it. So.
And that's again like practice that. Sit in the car and just practice that figure 8 with your eyes.
Okay.
Of checking here, checking there, checking your gauges.
Right.
Like the more you can do that. At first it feels a little bit weird because you're like, oh, I'm not just looking here.
Right.
But that also keeps you from just looking at your hood.
Yeah.
Because the more you drive just here, if you're looking about where that silver car is,
It's not.
you're going to miss a lot of things going on.
Okay. Gotta
That's
practice
enough
that
for
one.
now. Yeah. Well, we'll I'll take more notes next time we hop in the car together.
Cool.
But yeah, good.
What goals should I set for myself?
Relax.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
I think that's a good goal. Just stay. I'll remind you next time, like on the back straight, on the pit straight, relax your fingers.
Yeah, that's what they said was like we were
Breathe.
gonna do a grip drill. Just release.
I think sometimes you have to remember, like you'll be like holding your breath, just like
It's coming up. It's coming.
relax.
Yeah.
And I mean, I forget how many seconds it is on the back stretch. There's a lot of time to just like, you know, in general, the car is
Drive.
going pretty straight. Yeah, you're giving a lot of acceleration, but
Right.
remember to just relax. And then that sets you up really nicely for all those turns between there and Thunder Valley.
That's it. Okay. Cool. Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, third time on the track in the rain.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Well, we went a lot slower. Before we went out, I heard some other guys talking, saying that it's super slick in the rain. I guess some of the other tracks aren't quite like that, but Mid-Ohio is notorious for being an ice sheet when it rains. So I was pretty cautious the whole time, not going very fast. We were supposed to be doing some early and late apex drills. That kind of got thrown to the back because we were going so slow. We did the rain line instead of the race line, so we'll probably be doing those drills another time. But yeah, it's a whole different feel when it's raining. I didn't feel any slip, but had I been going a little faster, maybe. But for this run, it was pretty good.
So now that you've done it 3 times, how do you feel from the beginning of the day to the end of the today?
We still have one more. It's probably gonna be raining then too. But even from like the first run to the second run, it just felt totally different, way faster, like more control, starting to get comfortable with the car. So it's been a lot of fun. Even though it's raining, it's still fun. Feeling great. We're out here, it's early, got a lot of sleep last night, listened to some music, we're pumped up and ready to go. The first session is a warm-up and then we'll go in the classroom. Second session says book of EOB, not sure what that is, we'll figure that out later though. And then the third session is threshold, throttle, and something else. Just kind of going along with the day. And then the last session is groups 1 and 2, so I think we'll be with HPDE 2 on the last session. The first wet session, I was a little wary just because still learning the car as well as the track and how to handle it. So I was going a bit slower, but in the last session, kind of picked up the pace a little, and then in some of the turns, as well as passing points, I gave it some gas to pass those people and it was just all wheel spin. I mean, we still have the slicks on the car, so didn't really work out there, but it was a lot of fun to, handle the wet and see how the car does. My confidence level has definitely gone up a few points. Brian's been so great, he's calmed me down. You get nerves before you go out, but he just kind of is like, hey, how's your day? And then talks about stuff. And so when you go out on the track, you're really calm. After you come off, we go straight to the classroom and learn, some new techniques, different safety guidelines. They're all about safety here, so as long as we're following guidelines, it should be a great run. And I think that's what's great about the program is like, yeah, they want you to be fast, but like safety is first. And once you learn that, then you'll be fast. So that's what I really like about it. It's a lot harder than it sounds to keep looking ahead because you want to focus on what's in front of you. If you're behind another car, that's not really where you're supposed to be focusing. You should be looking ahead. And that's what I've been having trouble with. I know some other people have been having trouble with it as I've talked to other drivers. That, and then Brian was just like, just relax and have fun. So that's another goal for today.
Forward in, good. There's another car behind you if you want to give them a 0.5. Ooh. Easy. Okay, good job.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. So just work on watching the road while you're giving a 0.5.
Yeah.
So here, just when you come out, just stay to the right. And then give a 0.5. Yeah. They're gonna take it, so just lift off a little bit. Well, so if you give them a 0.5, you need to make sure and give them space. So you don't want them to go back over.
It didn't look like he was making a move.
Yeah, all right, well good. I couldn't see in the mirror where he was at.
I felt like I was going too fast into some corners. Even though you said to stop braking and I should keep going.
So tell me about so when you felt like you were going too fast.
Yeah.
And then you did your turn in.
Yeah.
How did you feel once you got to apex? When you felt like you were going too fast?
Like that I was gonna slip out.
Was the car pushing at all?
What does it feel like? Just
like you could turn and it won't do anything?
Not so much that, more that like I was gonna turn into it and it was gonna kick out, is what I felt like it was gonna do.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I think more time in the car, you'll realize, oh, I can actually push it.
Okay.
Quite a bit harder. Yeah. You weren't close to like breaking loose or anything.
Okay.
So.
I felt it a couple times where it like wanted to.
Yeah. That's when if you ever watch in-car videos, you'll see them doing this.
Yeah.
That's
just to keep control of it.
Yeah, just little inconsistencies of the track and all that. So typically, like when you feel like you're going a little bit too fast, as soon as you do that turn in, you'll feel it in the wheel. If you're pushing real hard, you'll know like, all right, I don't have any more. I can't go any faster into it. But the more time you have in the car, the more you're gonna feel like, oh, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Like going into turn 1, I think we're going in like between 50 and 60. You can go about 70.
Okay, geez,
70
okay. I guess it's like up through the madness, I felt like I was going too fast into that first one, and when we come up over that other one, I don't want to like shoot across.
Yeah.
I know there's like extra track
There's
there,
extra track.
but I feel like I'm gonna pass it, I guess.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Be confident that the track's gonna stay there. You have plenty of room.
Right.
What'd you learn on that one?
We were being conscious of where we were braking at, so they have the braking zones marked, but you know, just being conscious of like, hey, wait till you get to the braking zone, don't do it ahead of time, and then obviously coming off the brake. But like I said, there was a couple times coming into some corners where I was like, oh, I'm going too fast, I gotta brake, and he was just like, no, don't brake, throttle, and I'm like, no. So I gotta work on that, but
Cool.
it'll come with time for sure.
So my name is Jake. I am Ellen's fiance, and I am here mainly for just moral support, just to try and help keep her confidence up along the way, but also just to check it out. I mean, this is something I've been to, not something I've been to before. I've been to some autocross events, been to the drag strip, but I've never been to any HPDE events or any track days or anything. So I had the opportunity to come along and be part of the crew, so I don't have any complaints. I'm super glad I'm here. I think it's absolutely an awesome opportunity for her, and I think it's going to motivate me to get out there myself.
I think the weekend's been going really well so far. The car's been performing really well. We gave it a very proper shakedown on Friday. Pretty much drove it on the ragged edge just to make sure everything would be safe, hold together. We didn't have any issues for Ellen. All our partners and sponsors on the car, they've all performed flawlessly. We've had no heat issues. We've had no oiling issues. We've had no traction issues. About the only thing I think the car could use is a little wider set of tires for us to go and hit time trials at the next event. Front wheel drive, a lot of horsepower. I think we sort of underestimated the grip that was going to be required to be a little more competitive this year. So it starts out with getting to know the track, getting to know what an apex is, especially if you've never been on track or maybe only played track video games. It's a really good acclimation to understand what a real life track map looks like, how you read one, where the apexes are. It then moves into some point by passing, because on your first day, some people are showing up in GTIs, some people are showing up in Miatas, some people are showing up in 911 GT3s or 2s or whatever. So you got a lot of high horsepower stuff mixed with low horsepower stuff. And so there's a lot of time spent on everybody being aware of each other. And then from there, it's now the driver skill building. So the second and third sessions, you work on braking zones, you work on threshold braking, and all of those are different techniques to either shave a lot of speed off early and then enter the turn, or delay and shave your speed off at the last minute before entering the turn. And depending on the turn, you're going to use a different braking technique. The whole point of NASA and the HPDE system is to take people who have not been on track ever and teach them all about what it takes. And HPD1 is especially great for that. A lot of people, maybe our car enthusiasts, have sat in on an autocross, but a track day is significantly different. And what HPDE does is it teaches you the fundamentals of what safe driving is as HPD1, and then begins to build on the speed in HPD2, and then some of the competition aspects in HPD3. And then by the time you get to HPDE4, you are at near race pace, you're driving very safely, and you're driving with a lot of awareness. Mirrors, braking zones, all of these things that maybe you take for granted as you street drive or do your canyon cars, HPD brings that all into one big bundle, and the NASA program takes you one step at a time, so it's not too overwhelming. Like on Friday when we did test and tune, you know, I've been driving for a few years, and I put Ellen in the right seat, and we sent it. I mean, full sent. And that can be really intimidating. But what the NASA HPDE program does is it slows that all down for you and takes it into bite-sized chunks so that it sinks in, you remember, and then you're just building skill upon skill. NASA does a very scripted, segmented program specifically to raise fast but safe drivers.
Safe space opportunity. What is some feedback you have for me or your weekend in general?
Just more constructive criticism. Brian was pretty nice about everything and giving me helpful hints, but I mean, you can lay it on me. I want to learn, so you can just tell me what I'm doing wrong and I'll try to fix it. So.
What do you think some self-improvement opportunities are?
Keeping my vision up for sure. Coming into the madness, he was like, get off the brake, and I was like, I'm going too fast for this corner. Let me just brake. So I felt it start to slip, and he was like, it's fine. Like, you have enough track, and that's just kind of like a mental thing that I'm gonna have to get down. So.
Yeah, vision, that was the thing I was trying to give you the most feedback for when we were riding Friday was like, look up. And I kept talking about how I'm looking 2 turns ahead usually.
Right.
Did that like click for you now as you've done the class?
Yeah, it's starting to click. Trying to find those reference points is a little more difficult though.
Oh yeah, when you're driving in at speed.
No, it's like, oh, where's the porta-john? Oh, over there.